hello. Hey, after party Q&A session. Welcome back. Welcome back. Are you still buzzing after our 3 days challenge? Yay! I even got some messages from some of you that already put things into action and already got clients. That is just absolutely amazing. And you know what is the most mind blowing? That so many things that we were talking about during this weekend, they are so natural. Many of them you knew already. It's just sometimes when we know something, we don't necessarily do it, implement it. We know it, kind of. We remember about it when someone reminds us. But the power is in doing those things, in not only knowing but implementing. So welcome. Hi Corne, welcome back from South Africa. Who else is back with us? I've got some great questions. I put them together to answer today. But also feel free to put your questions in the chat. Yay, thank you. Yes, it was amazing. I also enjoyed it. And you know what? The best moments for me are when after this event, I'm getting messages like on WhatsApp. Even one of my clients who did this course in the previous cohort, not the previous one, but the one before, she watched it as well, all 3 days, even though she knows this stuff. And she messaged me that it was such a great reminder to remember what is really priority to get clients. It's not just posting. Relationships, conversations. And she said, I was so, I was like, wow, when I was listening to her voice message. She said that she put it in practice straight away, focused more on having those conversations, the first one, and she closed the deal. The person booked paid session with her. Isn't that amazing? It's simpler. Often things like this are simpler than our mind can conceive. That's why we also need to do this inner work, because our mind loves complicating things. That's how things work. When things are just too simple, solutions too obvious, we overthink, we overcomplicate, we create massive plans and strategies. But actually, often in simple actions is the key. So well done to those of you. I know there was more of you, yes, that took action, that implemented things. This is why I do it. When after those calls, after those workshops, after those events, I get those messages. They mean to me so much. And that makes me feel like, yes, I live in alignment with my values. I do make a difference. I do help people. This is what fulfills me, and this is what I love about having this business. Isn't it amazing? I wish the same for you, and I know you can get there too. Even just one person, what is important is remember about making a difference one person at a time. Because even to hear the thank you and to see transformation from one person, that's already a lot. As I was going through the notes and looking for the questions, I also came across the questions that I had from the previous event. And I highlighted there also a story that I shared. So I will share this story with you as well. I had once on the children's side of my business I had once a client who was very challenging to work with. Like, I just thought, are we going to click? She was on the spectrum and she had ADHD. So she was very anxious in general, and I was struggling to even build that rapport, have a chat, have a conversation. She was so like all over the place and stressed that I couldn't even catch the moment of having that eye contact and conversation. And you know what I did? As she was kind of dancing from stress, that was her stress reaction to stress, when she was shy and everything. So she was just like, dancing and like saying random words. And you know what I did? I just followed with her. I just mirrored her, did the same, and laughed and danced, and we built that rapport. And not only that, we did such an amazing work together. And this was the client who wasn't really showing emotions, who wasn't really showing gratitude, who didn't even show that she likes those sessions, even though she was leaving with such a big smile. But you know what was so like heartwarming during the last session? She put the chocolate, and they were my favorite ones, Ferrero Rocher. She put them on the table. And she didn't like nicely handed them to me. She just kind of put them on the table and looked at me and just kind of moved towards me. And she just looked at my reaction. And I was like, what is it? And it was so funny. She said, you deserve it. You deserve it. I changed. You know what? Hearing this from this young person who I thought that I will not manage to get through to, and seeing her expressing, you deserve it, I changed. When I remember those moments, that inspires me to help more of you. Not only because I'm getting those thank you messages from you, but also I know you can experience the same. You are able to make so much difference in people's lives just by being there for them, just by holding that space, inspiring them, sharing your story, sharing your wisdom. And this is so powerful. This is so fulfilling. Wouldn't it be nice to have it on a daily, weekly basis? Exactly. So, as this is after party Q&A session, before we jump into questions and answers, let's celebrate. I need to say I didn't bring wine because I rarely drink. I used to drink a lot when I was unhappy. Years ago, I was partying and drinking heavily before I broke down and started to redesign my life, started to study coaching, counseling. I was a mess. Now I'm so happy with my life. I don't need it. So I'm going to celebrate with a water with electrolytes. Just because I'm going for a run later. But what are we celebrating? We are celebrating that there is such an amazing, open-minded person as you who did turn up to those free calls. Some of you even watched the recording again just to take some more notes. We celebrate you because you took action, because you're not just learning, you are implementing it. And you know what else? Because you turned up with open mind, and even though you knew many of those things, you turned up with open mind to learn more, to reflect. Okay, I know this, but am I doing this? And I really celebrate you all for that. So huge well done. Woohoo! And another thing, what do we celebrate? We celebrate those brave ones that already stepped into Be You Get Clients. Malika, Rebecca, huge congratulations for having the courage to say yes to an amazing, fulfilling business that you will create together with me and other like-minded people. And the courage to also show that you believe that you can make it happen. That's a huge thing to celebrate together. So well done, ladies. I am extremely excited, especially because that means the energy on our group calls will be just totally rocking it. I'm excited. So let's get into the first question. The first question I actually copied from in our Facebook group. Chris sent a lovely message, a post with thank you for the event. I appreciate you for that. And she also posted a really good question that I think we need to slowly read it and slowly think it through, because there is so much value in the answer to that question. Are you ready? So Chris said, one thing I'm still slightly confused on. I get that the priority is having conversations, and I remember you said to me you focus on that first before you really got into social media. But when you see people online, you tend to look up their profile website to get an idea what they are all about. So Chris is asking, can you clarify? Did you literally network, have one-to-ones before you ever did any social media? Seems like there's a bit of a balance here, and I'm not sure how to achieve it. A brilliant question. Anybody else wonder the same? Yes, cheers to all. Thank you for celebrating together. I know you will be with us as well. So let me just find this question again. Anybody else wondered how to get that balance to, have a bit of a presence, like if in case they check you out, but also know what to focus on first or most, or how to balance it. A brilliant question. So first thing, I'm going to start from the end. When people check you out, there is enough if you clearly explain on your profile what you do. So you don't need to have a year of social media presence and plenty of posts so that they scroll down and they connect and everything. The key is, because your focus is on building that deep relationship, you will do it within conversations with them. So you don't need to have tons of social media presence for this person, because what your social media presence would do for them, like build trust, know, like, and trust factor and authority, you will do it within your conversation with them. So what you need to have is, you need to have your profile optimized, but it requires a minimum work. It doesn't need to be a crazy years spent on social media. Actually, in Be You Get Clients, there is authentic marketing masterclass, a bonus. And with that masterclass, I also show how to optimize your profile so that when someone lands on your profile, that's enough. They know what you do. They get you. Now, Chris mentioned that balance, the balance between visibility, presence, and looking after that, and the balance between having those conversations. So what I like to do on a daily basis, especially when you're just starting, on a daily basis, you need to make it clear for yourself, today I'm working on my business. What is that one minimum thing that is the most important that I need to do first? That one minimum thing that I need to do to move the needle faster. That's foodie noise. Can you hear that? Is this going to help us thinking? I don't think so. You know what? Sounds like my neighbors are doing some renovations. If I knew, I would ask them to be quiet at least for this time. I've got a semi-detached house, so we've got the wall where is my office that is touching their house, obviously. So that's why I can hear that. I hope I hope we will manage. So to continue what I said, if you ask yourself in the morning, what is my priority? What is that minimum that I need to do to move the needle forward? Is the answer going to be I need to put something out there on social media? Like, ask yourself, is this going to really bring clients directly? Or is there something better that I can do directly to get clients? And the answer to this question will quickly help you to realize that actually the social media, it's not something that needs to be done every day. The priority is to have conversations. The second thing is, when you think about your presence, your social media, this is something like, if you imagine what I can use this. If you imagine that here is your presence. In front, there are daily actions that you need to take. So those daily actions are the priorities. Your presence is behind the scenes. So why am I showing this to you? It's because the key is to first prioritize what brings you clients. Direct conversations, one-to-one, direct contact with your client. And this is such a big key at the beginning of your business. You will need less and less of it later on, because firstly, those one-to-ones will continue growing, coming back with recommendations. The clients you work with will come back with recommendations. It will become easier. I will even tell you, the last launch I did of Be You Get Clients, the course started in November. Am I right? In November? Yes, I think I'm right. November, December, and finished at the end of January. That's right. And since that, I barely did anything to acquire new clients. Like, I wasn't working hard to acquire new clients. I focused on the people that were on the course. I focused on my one-to-one clients. I focused on my one-to-one associate clients. And I was able to take the foot off the marketing pedal just because years ahead I did a lot of that work. So I also want to remind you that you're working a bit harder first to then be able to slow down, be able to work less hard, so you don't need to keep chasing that next client. That work that you're doing will pay off. Within that months, especially at the beginning of this year, I was working with a therapist and I uncovered some crappy things. I needed to take some time off. I was able to take that time off just because I did that work already, and without me doing anything. I don't like sharing this, but without me doing anything, I had people reaching out to me. And it's not because every day I was on social media. You know why it is? Because I built relationships with them before. They knew what I do, and in the moment they needed it, they reached out. Clear? So to come back to that question, how to balance it? Remember that you first need to do a priority. So I would make sure that, if I was you, that I do my best to organize, let's say, 5 calls. And I will spend time in the morning making sure that I look for 5 people I can have a call with. And then I would decide, okay, once a week, I will spend some time building the behind the scenes, building my presence, building my audience, building my social media, maybe create a post, create a video. Because if you start to compare yourself to people that are already successful, you may see, oh, but they have so many posts, they have so much there. Firstly, they have a content already existing that they reuse. So it takes less to prepare a video or a post. I already have plenty of posts, emails, articles, videos that I can reuse. I can just open my notebook and check, okay, I did video on this topic, I can do a post on a similar topic. I can check, okay, there was an article on this topic, I can do a video, 2 years later on the same topic, but not on Facebook, but on Instagram. So you cannot compare yourself and think, oh yeah, they every day they spend on social media because they have such a beautiful presence and so much content. No, they already have a lot created, they reuse it, and they already have enough clients to be able to spend more time on other things, to be able to spend more time on their branding, on their procedures, on their social media, on their copywriting, because the priority is done. They have clients. Does it make sense? And I know, I think it was Karen asked about more examples from the other side of my business, children work, because that will be a good example. Imagine, I've met a lady. I mentioned we were going on a running race, and we just met for the first time. We had a conversation, we had a chat. She told me a lot about her. We were laughing about different things, and then she asked, so what do you do? I really clearly explained. I help coaches to get clients, as well as I work with children with challenging behaviors, anger, ADHD. That's all. If I worried, oh, I don't have anything on social media about it, what she will think, then I would never say that. If she went and checked my Facebook, she wouldn't find anything about working with children. Maybe if she watched my videos like this one, maybe there I mentioned, but none of my titles say that. Nothing. Maybe if she went to LinkedIn, she will see that I do associate coaching work for children with challenging behaviors. That's all. But during that conversation, I don't remember if I mentioned that, but if you worry about, how to explain that there is nothing on my social media, I would just say my main focus is this business, but my passion business is children's work. I don't market it. I don't do anything with social media with it yet, just because I have enough clients there. And that's the truth. People recommend me because they know me, because they trust that they can send their children to me. That's such a huge important thing. Without having relationship with them, they would never recommend me to their sister, to their friend, or send me their own children. Does that make sense? I don't know if this lady ever checked me out on social media. She sent me a friend request on Facebook, so I guess she did, but it didn't make any difference in her choosing to work with me. So you can see, if you make enough effort to build a relationship. Within that conversation I had with her, I wasn't just talking about me or what coaching is. That's the worst you can talk about. What I was doing, I was making her to tell me what is going on in her life, and you know, she kind of sparked when I mentioned about children. So I asked, do you have children? And she started to tell me about her children. And, you know, when you do enough work listening, gathering what is important to these people, why they are passionate about it, you will always do a great job building that relationship, because you will know what is important to these people. You will then be able to sell them what you know is important to them and what you know they want and need. Okay, let's move on to another question. Oh, this is a good one. I still have a job. I don't want to leave yet. Can I do it part-time? Can I still do this course? Of course you can. You know what? There is even a greater chance of your success if you still have some part-time job or other income, or even full-time job. Lindsay, who you've seen a case study about how she got clients, she did this course while working full-time. She started to work with private paying clients and she was still full-time. You know what this gives you? It gives you that sort of calm feeling that there is no pressure. I love that feeling. This feeling really helps you to sell when you feel like, I don't need anyone to, it's like, I don't need anyone to join my course. I'll be fine. I have enough clients. You know what? It just sends the right energy that there's no pressure. It's not for money. It's to help those people. So also another thing, statistics show that a huge number, about 80% of new businesses fail within the first 5 years. And those that succeed are the ones that when they started, they still had other sort of income. Whether there is full-time job, part-time job, savings, whatever it is. These people are more likely to succeed because they don't rush. Imagine if you knew like 100%, if you were like convinced totally that in 2024 you will have enough paying clients, you will be successful, you will be attracting people that you love working with, you will be doing it full time. If you knew that this will happen in 2024, would you not feel more confident if you knew for sure? Yes. And this is the energy you need to achieve now. To know, that kind of deep knowing, I will get there. And of course, we will help you to achieve this during the course. Next question. What if I have a niche that may not be profitable? That's a brilliant question. The first thing I would say, if you have a niche that you feel like may not be profitable, try to check two options. First is there big enough need to solve this problem? Because if there is a big enough need to solve this problem, then it can be profitable. It's just someone else will pay for that. I'll give you an example. I think we even touched on it with Karen's example on the day 2 or 3, where she mentioned that she works with people after people that come out after really traumatic experiences, traumatic relationships, and many of them may be so vulnerable that they may not be able to, they may be abused, they may not be able to afford to pay for your services. So the key is, imagine how many charities are in the world that help those people. How many early help services, we were talking about it on day 2, it was such a big value for you. How many businesses would like to share, hey, I'm helping, I'm supporting, I'm doing this? And what does that mean? That those charities, those businesses, those early help programs, those governments, those councils, they will pay. And the key is you need to speak to their pain, the payer's pain. Because for them, what will matter? I will show my authority. I will show how I'm making a difference. And this will be their reason to pay for something like that. So, yes, that's what I would look into. The only time I would give up with the niche would be if I see that people don't really need that. They don't really want that at all. Then that means, if nobody wants it, the best way is to do a little research. If you find that people are already successful doing this thing, that's not the many people take it. There's too many people that are doing already, let's say, parenting coaching. No, that is just showing that there is a need for that, especially if you find successful ones. Definitely, exactly. The next question. This one I like. Can you tell us a bit more about the what is actually in the program? So, do you get clients? It's 3 months experience of getting from struggling as a coach to becoming successful to getting paying clients. So what it is? It is an online course. So for the first 5 weeks, you have daily small videos with small daily actions to take, and they are exercises related to you, your business, and everything. All of the exercises are helping you to be more of yourself in your business and to market yourself better, whether it's face-to-face or online, to really nail down and clarify your ideal clients, your niche, your products, your services, the prices to charge. There is so much out there, but it's put together in a small, tiny pieces. So every day you take a small action, you build that momentum. Why is it just 5 weeks? Someone asked. Because we do continue for 3 months. For the entire 3 months, we've got weekly calls, weekly group calls. But the content that you're absorbing, it takes you only 5 weeks to absorb content. But it may take you longer to implement it. And we are there for 3 months meeting on those calls so that you will not just drop the course, do it and forget about it, but you are continuing, improving, doing it. Seriously, the 3 months, the reason why I extended it so that it's not just 5 weeks is because then I know that I'm there with you. Somebody is not knocking. Anybody home? I know that I'm there with you on this journey, so I can help you to overcome any challenges you're gonna go through. Whether it's that fear of showing up, whether it's suddenly, I'm stressed, I need to start making money. All of those things we will work through on those weekly calls. What else you need to know about it? What do we do on the weekly calls? There are different themes, different weeks. Some weeks I will deliver a group coaching experience. So we will work through something, whether it's the challenges you face, the goals that you need to be more specific on, something that will help you to implement what you're learning better, open your mind to see opportunities more, believe in yourself more, be more confident, notice your amazingness. We will do one of the calls, it's my favorite actually, on noticing what is amazing about you and really owning it. You will love it. Some calls will be in the form of a mastermind where we're doing hot seats. You have a chance to say, I'm struggling with this, and you will get not only input from me, but also some insights from other people on the call. Other calls, that on every call actually there will be time for Q&As, so whenever you will have a question you will be able to ask me. And with this cohort you have unlimited support from me, and what that means, you don't even need to wait for those calls to ask the question. You can send me a question straight away. Like Rebecca and Malika, they already have my phone number to add me on WhatsApp and message me there. Send me a voice message. You know how much difference it makes when you say things out loud, when you don't need to wait for your coaching session, but you sort something straight away on Tuesday, when on Tuesday you're struggling with it, so you can be more productive and shift your energy and get better results straight away, and not just waste 1 week and then work on it. It's a huge difference. Coming back to the question, Sid asked, what if I'm not qualified yet? Is this for me? And I will tell you something super exciting. So firstly, to be clear, in this course I'm not teaching you how to be a better coach. Although, when you do work on yourself, and when you work with a coach, and when you are a part of any deep inner work experiences, group coaching calls, you will do work on yourself, so automatically you will also become a better coach for others. I've learned so much from being coached myself, because when something impacts you, you don't need to even take notes. You will remember it, and in the right moment when you're with a client, it will come to you. That's such a powerful thing. But within the course, we focus on getting you to the place of having clients, having that confidence to get clients. If you're doubting, oh, I'm not yet qualified, we will help you to get more practice, get some taster sessions out there, so those people can then buy from you later. That's another thing that I did a lot when I was starting. As I was studying with the Coaching Academy, it took me over a year, the first diploma, and so during that time I was coaching people straight away. Some of them became my paid clients later. So we can help you to get to that point of having those practice moments, but we don't cover coaching structure or things like this. But another thing, many of my clients are not qualified and don't feel like they need to be qualified, and I believe that's totally fine. You know what is the most important to be a powerful coach? It's not your qualifications. It's your ability to trust yourself and follow your intuition. And when you're with a client, when you are fully connected to yourself and you trust your inner wisdom, however you call it, you may call it that it comes from God, it comes from universe, it's your connection with the source. When you have this faith within yourself, then you are the most powerful coach. Because when the question or story or exercise will come to you, however strange it may sound, you will do it with that client. I will give you a great example. Some of my clients, we never talked about energy work, and they are very not woo or anything. And then suddenly in the middle of the session, there will be an insight. I feel like we need to do some energy clearing together. And it's like, I'm not woo-woo super spiritual, but my intuition tells me to guide them through a visualization to get rid of some blocked stuckness energies. And I will do it with a person. I will always ask, are you open for it? And this is what you need to have. You need to trust that you have what it takes to help people. And if you don't, we can work through it on one-to-one. We can work your way to believe that you've got enough You've got what it takes to help people. I actually see that those people that I worked with that were not qualified yet, or totally didn't think about qualifications, they even got their clients faster. What I found really intriguing. You know why? Because they were not really stuck strictly to follow what they've learned, but they trusted themselves. I'm sorry for this knocking. Okay, I will be slowly wrapping it up. Two more questions, they are very quickly. How long can I keep the course for? It's yours forever. Are the installments available? Yes, they are on the website. You can see 6 installments. If you need more, then reach out to me and we will see if we can do longer installments for you. What else do I need to tell you? Feel free to book a call. I still have some spaces available for this week. And ask me any questions you may have, or ask me in the chat, send me a message. It may not be for you, and I'm totally fine with it. I will honestly tell you this. When you go to the website, you will see exactly what we cover in each week. So we do the work on you feeling confident, believing in yourself, and really reconnecting with that passion. We also work on clarifying your message so that when you speak to someone, within a few words, you clearly explain what you do, and it's and then people know who to send your way. What else do? We cover marketing strategy. I'm teaching you everything that I do, that I know, that I saw my clients do, how I got clients, how others got clients, but I also help you to simplify your marketing strategy. So even if you're doing other courses and you've got some marketing strategies, I will help you to create your own way. This is too loud. And we also cover visibility, engagement, that behind the scenes, and dealing with sales, with objections, and probably also dealing with moments like this one. I have a coaching session today, so I'm going to I have 3 coaching sessions today. I need to talk to my neighbor to make sure that this doesn't happen. Okay, guys, I will leave you, let you go. If there are any more questions, keep them coming back. Apologize for renovations. And I will see you on the course. Remember that I'm closing registrations on Friday. I'm taking also the recordings away, so if you still want to watch it as soon as possible. Bye for now. Thank you.